All right, it's still January 16th. This is really a video that I debated on making. I brought home that cup of bees and I did a mite wash on them to see what was going on. I had taken that cup in the house with me and it had warmed up for a while, and I brought it out, and when I opened it there was actually a few bees moving. I did a mite wash. There are no mites in there. Those little spots are a couple legs and this and that. There were no mites. The issue is that these bees, I spread them out on a plate and they are warming up, or they did warm up in the house. I had them by the fireplace. You can see some of them are moving. There are still a lot of them that are dead. But here's the conclusion that I came to. These bees in that hive was raising brood, and they were so spread out covering that brood that the other night when it got down to 12 degrees, or just last night before, whatever, had to be just recently, real recent, they went into torpor. The thing is when they went into torpor, there's no outside heat source that was going to bring them out before they would actually have froze to death. So this is sad, but in the sense, they were destined to freeze anyways, because even if it would have warmed up to 40 degrees, there was no outside heat source that would have took them up warm enough to come out of torpor. So yes, I have to dispose of these bees, and it's a shame, and it's sad, but they were destined to freeze anyways before spring. But it's a lesson learned that, you know, it kind of explains why some hives maybe die that we question, well, what happened? Well, what happened is maybe it was February and they were spread out covering a lot of brood, and the temperature dropped in the hive just enough that put them in the torpor, and they never came out of it, and then they froze the rest of the winter. So we really have to try to get, that thought in our head that when a hive dies, it's not always a mite issue, a virus issue, or anything like that. It's just an accident of nature, in the sense that they were raising brood and they were spread too thin. So anyways, that's what I come up with. I thought about dumping these in another hive, but there are so many dead ones on that plate that it would just stress any other hive, and it's really not worth jeopardizing another hive by dumping these bees in it. On the other side of it, that the dead out in the yard, I did dust all the bees off the frame. I cleaned the box all up and everything like that. And a hive next door that was a box of bees, and I was worried about them having enough stores, being that they're only singles. I did set that double, or that other deep, on there and turn it into a double. They have plenty of stores now. So the loss of this hive maybe saved the other hive. That's what I'm consoling myself with. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know this hive, it was dead in the field until I warmed them up. But they would have definitely been dead in the spring, because they would have froze either tonight, tomorrow, through February. They would have never came out of torpor, and they would have been a moldy mess by spring. So anyways, that's what it is. No mites. Just bad luck for the bees. Have a great day.